Hey guys, today we are going to be talking about dots. Lots and lots of dots. Oh my gosh. You may be familiar with some music where there are notes behind, dots behind notes, or even dots that are above or below notes. We are not going to be talking about dots that are above or below notes. The dots we're talking about today are the dots that come after notes. Now, quite simply, a dot behind a note adds. Everyone say adds. It's just simple math. Well, what does it add? It adds half of whatever the note is that's in front of it. So for example, if I have a note that's worth 4 beats and I put a dot behind it, the dot is going to be worth half of 4. So this would be simple math. 4 plus half of 4, which is 2. So my total value of this note with a dot behind it, a 4 note with a dot behind it, would be 6 beats. If I had a 10 note and I put a dot behind it, I would have 10 beats plus half of 10 because I put a dot there. That would be 5. So this note, this imaginary note, would be worth 15 beats. If I have a note that has a value of 2 and I put a dot behind it, then half of 2 is 1. So this note is worth 3 beats. Now, this note here, this imaginary note that we made here, does theoretically exist. You will probably never see it, but it can happen. This note doesn't really happen. This one does, and it's called the dotted half note. So here he is right here, Mr. Dotted Half Note. Remember, stems can go up or down, so it's upright. If I wanted it to go down, it would be down left, and it would look like this. Dotted, both of those are dotted half notes. So we said the value of the half note is 2 beats. The dot adds half of that, so 1. So the dotted half note has a total combined value of 3 beats. Now it gets kind of tricky when we come to the rest for this, because we have learned that the rest, the half rest, looks like a hat. We have a little man underneath there, so a little top hat. So half, 2 beats there. And then it is possible for there to be a dotted half rest. It is not very common though. So what we usually see is instead is a combination of a half rest and a quarter rest, okay? So this equals 3 beats, and this also equals 3 beats. So let's just put that over in our chart over here. The dotted half note is 3 beats. It is how many pulses? Well, let's figure it out. So the dotted half note is 1, 2, 3 beats, that's 3 downs, and then we know that our foot comes back up, down, up, down, up, down, up, so that's a total of 6 pulses, 6 pulses. So we have the rest is a combination of the half rest plus the quarter rest. Now, let's count. What would the counts look like for a dotted half note? This can appear anywhere in your measure, several different places in your measure. So the first number may not always be a 1, but if we were at the beginning of the measure, this would be a count 1, big 1. It gets 3 beats, so it's also going to get beat 2 and beat 3. Big 1, little 2, little 3. 1. What if I had a rest and then a dotted half note? I'm assuming that we're in 4/4 time here. Okay, this is also very common. In this scenario, count 1 would not speak, so little 1. but count 2 would speak 2, then I'd have little 3 and little 4 because it's getting 3 beats total, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, and I would count this 2 dotted half note. Now, if you would please go to rhythm chart number 4. We're going to write the definition of a dotted half note at the top of your page. And here we go. So you have your dotted half note. Here I have stems up on the right, upright, with dot behind it. And I've got down, up, down, up, down, up, 3 beats, total of 6 pulses. That is equal to 3 beats. That is equal to 6 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is equal to the half rest with the quarter rest. And remember, the quarter rest is a Z with a C on the bottom, ZC. And there you have it, the dotted half note. See you next time, guys.